What's going on, everybody? Gleez here, and today in this video we're going to take a look at Sonya in the new Mortal Kombat 11 patch. And let me tell you, Sonya mains, you're going to be happy. So in this video we're going to go over my build for Sonya and the special moves that I'm currently using. Obviously this is the very beginning of the new patch and custom variations, so this type of stuff may change over time. I may, for certain matchups, may change some things up, but these are the specials that I'm using currently. So I have the cancel, which will allow me to do some good things in the corner, as well as some things mid-screen, get a little bit of mind games going against particular characters. Very good tool to utilize. I'm also using the cat drive. Alright, so this thing is going to, drop all over the place. And my last move that I'm using is the air grab. And the air grab is very unique. And you can get some pretty good combos off of the air grab. And it's very easy to confirm. So whenever you go for a jump kick, you can do it super late and you can meter burn it or amplify it. And it will launch them for a combo. So right now, this is the variation that I'm using, but if you look up in the top left corner, it says name me. I want you to name me. I'll pick the best one. You guys can name it. Anything that you want. But I'm going to go over some things here that the air grab gives us. That's something that we didn't cover in any of the Sonya tutorials, and I'm going to go over her poke and why her poke, particularly her down 3, has been really good. And I'm also going to go over something very specific to matchups like Liu Kang and Johnny Cage with Sonya. So let's get into the first thing. We're going to talk about the poke first. Alright, so if you look at the poke, notice the recovery of the opponent. It's really long. Previously, if you've watched my other Sonya tutorials, off of the down 3, what we were doing with that was either the grab, or we were going stand 1. And stand 1 jailed off of the down 3, but nothing else really did. And that's changed. And this is big. And I'll tell you why, and I'll illustrate why. So we're going to go down and take a look at down 3. On hit, it's plus 14. Plus 14. All right, plus 14. Let's take a look at back 1. Back 1 has a 9-frame startup. Alright, so if we look at that math, we're going to be able to use our back 1 off of a landed down 3, and it's going to jail. This makes Sonya a very viable mixed character off of her pokes, because off of the back 1, she has the back 1-4, which is a low, or the back 1-2, second hit is an overhead. So because now back 1 jails off of our down 3, we're able to get some things rolling here. That we definitely couldn't get rolling before. People could just poke out. You had to condition somebody with the down 3 into the stand 1 and condition them to block in order to enforce the mix off of the down 3. That no longer is the case. So whenever you land that down 3, you're able to go in with back 1 and mix your opponent. This is absolutely huge when it comes to Sonya. And it also will open up the game for strike throws off of the down 3 even more. This is so big, and I'm really happy that they implemented it, and I'm really looking forward to using this character. So let's take a look at the air grab and the combo that I'm using off of it. So again, off of the jump kick, you will be able to visually see that the jump kick lands. You can do it very late. You just hit down and throw and then amplify. And off of the jump kick, you'll be able to launch them. To follow up, what I'm doing is forward 4, 1-3-2 or 1-3-4, and then I'm canceling into the low sweep, and it looks like this. And look, it whiffed. Why did it whiff? I'll tell you why. Because the gravity is really high on this, because the first hit already launches. So you have to be pretty tight with it. That's going to hit. Alright, you can't end in back forward 2 because the gravity is just too high. So it's somewhat strict. I would give it like a 4 out of 10 strict. It's not real strict, you know, but you got to get used to it. Go in practice mode, do it a bunch of times, and I think you'll be good to go with it. So we're going to record Liu Kang doing his 1-2. Previously, when Sonya would crouch block, this would whiff. Same thing with Johnny Cage and his force balls. His force balls would whiff off of strings, and it wouldn't whiff against most other characters. Female hitbox characters, you know, these types of things would whiff. They no longer whiff. So you no longer have that advantage here as a Sonya player, where these, you know, certain strings and certain special moves in combo just whiff when you're crouching and blocking. I mean, some people would look at that as a nerf, but that's really probably how the game was supposed to be anyway. They fixed it. It's a fix. I don't even look at it as a nerf. I mean, obviously it changes the matchup. You know, I think it's more of a fix than a nerf personally, but it will change the matchup, and it's something that you need to know. Man, this guy's relentless. So if you haven't checked out my other Sonya tutorials, make sure that you do. I'll put links to them down below. There's one from like the very beginning of the game. There's one for the most recent patch before this one, and then we have this one. And the other videos are still very valuable. Some of the combo paths are changed because the air control no longer launches. So if you watch the first video, some of the combo paths are changed, but the strategy is still the same. And, you know, with these small adjustments, I think you could be a very good Sonya player. So that's it. As always, I want to thank you guys for checking in. Again, make sure you leave a name for my Sonya. I don't know what to name her. You got to tell me. If you haven't already, be sure to click that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell so you get updated whenever I post new content. As always, it's Gleez signing out. Thanks for checking in, and continue to game strong.